This is the budget supercar that no one talks about. We were just ripping through the canyons of Malibu, literally over the clouds, over the ocean, and I have never had more fun. Now, you can get this car for under $10,000 if you're lucky enough to get an allocation, you know, on Facebook Marketplace. But this is the budget supercar that no one talks about, and it's this 1994 Mazda Miata. This is the most fun I have ever had, and trust me, more money does not mean more fun with supercars. You can get this car for under $10,000 and have the most fun you've ever had. I have a Aventador SV Roadster, I have a McLaren 620R, I have a Lamborghini Super Trofeo Evo 2, I have a Lamborghini Urus, I bought a Ferrari 488 for my dad, and yet I have this car and I drive it more than most of any of my cars, and yet it is still so much fun. I never get sick of it. I never have ever wanted to sell it, and I've dialed this thing in perfectly for me, and I'm going to tell you everything that you need for this car and why it's the best budget supercar. So this may not be the meanest looking car you've ever seen, but is it one of the best driving cars that I've driven? Yes, there's a reason there's a spec series all around Miatas and racing these cars, is because they are so fun to drive and it is the most driver intensive car. Now the rear end, there's no wing, there's no arrow, there's no nothing, but that's part of what makes it beautiful here. The only thing that I have done on this car is I put R888 tires on the front and the rear, and when it heats up, these things are sticky, grippy, and this thing rips. But when it's cold, it really is cold and you will be sliding and slipping around a lot. Now the beauty is this thing has a soft top, so I can literally pull the top up just like this, clip it in, and now I have a top so I can actually drive it in the rain. Now you want to have these things replaced because I actually have a rip in mine, and then this glass part back here just doesn't really work very well. But anyways, I drive it 99% of the time with the top down because it is such a vibe. But you have the option to do both the top up and the top down, which you don't get in most supercars. I've had a GT3RS, I have a 620R. The Aventador SV is the only car that I can take the roof off and put the roof on, and it's much more difficult than just flipping it up like that. I have to put it in the front and do all this kind of junk like that. And on the front end, I would not say this looks mean or aggressive, but it does look smiley and happy, and I would say that is probably the next best thing. Now, the storage is relatively minimal here. There's not much that you can do with storage. I have some jumper cables because sometimes you never know when you need to jump the battery right there, but at least you have easy access to it. The storage, not the best, but when you're buying a supercar, you don't need storage. I mean, this thing is dialed. Now, it's really not the best looking car, and I'll be the first to admit that, but is it the best driving car? I would say so. Now we open the door here and check this out. We have our full harness system that I have because the seat belts aren't that great. So I put in a nice harness there, keeps you held in nice. I also have the sport bucket seats in there as well, which just holds you in. I lowered them because I want to keep myself below the roll bar just in case something goes really, really south. I replaced the steering wheel in there, so I have no buttons on the steering wheel and it's just driver focused. And the best part, the car is manual. Yes, of course, these cars are all come in manual when you get them between 1994 and 1996, and they are so much fun. Now, getting in and out of this thing is like not really the easiest, but when you're driving a supercar, you don't expect it to be that easy. But you fit comfortably. I fit just fine in here, and I'm 6'2". I had to bring down the seat, and I had to actually weld it into the ground so the seat is no longer adjustable so I can see out the actual windshield, because when we first started and I first bought this car, I basically saw out of this top thing right here and it completely blocked my entire view. Driving the manual is so much fun. You have a nice e-brake here, and this thing handles and feels literally like a little go-kart on the street. And the best part about it is it's under $10,000. It is really cheap, and if I hit a big dip or I hit a big pothole or I hit literally anything, I hit a raccoon on the side of the road, like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's a cheap car. It is a really, really fun, cheap car that you can just enjoy and literally drive the crap out of. And on this thing, I have over 157,000 miles on this car and have had no issues. It has been reliable, it has been great. And this is your beautiful POV when you're driving through the mountains, through the canyons, and really truly experiencing this car and what it has to offer. Speaking of which, let's go for a drive. Here is your POV driving the Mazda Miata, the beautiful car cruising through the canyons, overlooking the ocean. I mean, you can literally see everything, and the top down, the vibes. I mean, it is just truly immaculate. Like, honestly incredible. Overlooking the clouds, like, it doesn't get any better than this. Just some good tunes, a little miniature street legal go-kart, and cruising downhill through the canyons because, you know, uphill is not the greatest, but, and honestly, coming up here, she was struggling a little bit. I was in between second and third gear. My foot was to the floor. But it's all right. I mean, look at just how beautiful these views are and how much of a vibe it is to be driving this and cruising with this through the mountains and top down, wind in your hair or wind in your hat, whatever you prefer, and just straight cruising, enjoying the road. And one thing I enjoy is that this car actually isn't very loud. It's a little bit more discreet. It's not like extremely loud and extremely annoying, but it just sounds good. We're literally going through the clouds right now. You can literally see the clouds all to the right of us. And you can see them rolling over the hill. I mean, pretty incredible. And the steering is just so like on par and on point. The power band is so smooth. Everything about this car is so dialed. Okay, not bad. I have hated on the LFA multiple times, but that wasn't bad at all. That scream was pretty good. The volume of it, though, wasn't very loud. Like, it was the same as the stock GT4 RS. And again, the LFA is stock, but you can still kind of hear it a little bit. But it sounds all right. Like, it sounds good for sure. But it's no like SVJ, SV, I don't know. I would never, ever, 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 ever spend $1 million on that car. But like, that was cool, I guess. I mean, he went balls to the wall on that car and it was like...
You slid it a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, all right. So this thing doesn't always really start up first rip, but you know, it takes a little while, but it's nothing that is too bad. Usually not too bad. This thing will eventually start up, but when it starts, it's really good when it actually starts. But we just need it to actually start. Sometimes it just takes a minute. You just gotta, there we go. Now it actually has started. Throw this baby in first gear, and so we're already in third gear here. Now this thing is a downhill beast animal. Uphill, not so good, but downhill, it's a fantastic car. It'll hold really well. It's so dialed. It feels like a little go-kart for the street. I mean, it feels like, honestly, like any other supercar. It feels like my McLaren. It feels better than the SV. Like, it'll really literally handle better than the SV. The steering is great. The actual power band, so how it adds power, is really smooth as well. There's no turbos, there's no aftermarket, really anything in this car. And for $5,000, it puts on power really linear. The brakes are good. They'll really emphasize the front brakes, but the brakes hold well. You can hear a little bit of tire screech on that corner, a little bit more on that corner as well. But this thing is just so dialed. I mean, the steering, it literally feels like a miniature Porsche. I've driven GT3 RSs, I've driven my 620R up here, I've driven my SV Roadster up here, I've driven the new GT3 RS up here. I mean, everything, like honestly, the only thing that this lacks is the power. But going downhill, you don't really need the power, it's just a momentum car. And the best part about it on top of it is you can take the top down. So we're vibing, top down, enjoying this car, and like, seriously, nothing could be better than this. I mean, the grip, the handling, everything is dialed on this car, the suspension, like, and all of this work that you could do, you don't even have to do, but you could do, is cheap. The only thing that I did and that I think is a requirement is tires. Your 4 contact to the ground, that's the most important part. So I have R888 tires on this car, which were only about 500 bucks, which is a lot for a $5,000 car. But this thing like handles and grips infinitely better with these tires. It's truly, honestly incredible. Once I get a little bit of heat in them, these things are gripping and ripping, folks. Now uphill is a little bit of a different story. You're gonna have to stay in a low gear here, and it takes a little bit of oomph to, you know, get it going up a hill, because you're not dealing with much horsepower here, but you are dealing with a lot of fun. And the sound, don't put an exhaust on this car, please. This is the one supercar that you don't want to put an exhaust on. You absolutely do not need an exhaust. I prefer this thing quiet. No one wants to hear it loud. No one wants to hear a loud Miata. Like, you just gotta be chill, and you can hear it like from behind you. That's plenty. Please don't put an exhaust. It sounds like a toaster oven. Does not have good sound. We're just cruising in 3rd gear here, trying to get some power going up this hill, but we can still get some decent pace even going uphill as well. And one thing that everyone absolutely needs is this thing right behind me here, a roll bar. Especially when you have the top off, you need a roll bar just in case if things go really south, it doesn't end you. The roll bar will help protect you. But like, modification wise, you can often find one that already has a roll bar. Modification wise, you don't really need to do much. I would just recommend tires, and then you're like dialed and good to go. Now I have a harness in here. I also have sport seats in here to help hold me in, and it really truly feels like a go-kart for the road. But aftermarket steering wheel as well, just to make it more race and to make it more race car. But gosh, I mean, I absolutely love this car. It's the most fun car to take in canyons. It's the same as the GT3 RS, just with less power and no sound, but it's about 1/10 of the price. So I would consider it worth it. All right, so Graham's been helping me film, and he got to ride alongside in the Miata in the canyons. What do you think? Like, how's the car?
Dude, it's really, really surprising and underrated, to be honest. I think this would probably be the best car you could learn the canyons and just learn how to drive quick and on twisties with. And it hangs. Like, it can hang with any other car I've seen in the canyons, with the McLaren, with other cars. It just hangs.
Yeah, I mean, you've probably heard it before, but if you haven't heard it before, it is more fun to drive a slow car fast than it is obviously to drive a fast car slow. So driving a slow car like this thing right here fast is extremely, extremely fun. And isn't that what you're paying for when you want a car? You're paying for the fun and the experience. Well, this is fun and an experience, and you can get it all for under $10,000. I mean, maybe it'll be your next car as well.
I kind of want to get one of these.
You kind of want one? I mean, I think you would like it. I think you would enjoy it a lot.
It has to be manual, though. It's probably a really good car to learn manual.
All 94, 96, yeah, really easy car to learn manual on too. So
and you won't feel bad beating it up. Like, you genuinely can run this thing to the ground until it's in a junkyard.
Yeah, no, it's
really good car.
Incredible. The only complaint I do have is I am sweating my balls off right now from just driving it, because I had the top down. AC does not crank. AC is not cranking. That's why I often drive this car only at night, because it's cooler. But AC not cranking, but you know, still a good time, just a little bit sweaty.